Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on in the PM world. How are we doing this morning, gentlemen? We all good?
Yep, thank you. Not too bad at all. Thank you very much.
Good. Matt, you still okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
We were doing this like only 14 hours ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's not moved. He's just stuck there permanently.
Exactly.
Very nice. Cool. Anyway, trust you're all doing very well at home. As I say, there's not massively a lot of movement. There is, but we just haven't got it yet.
That kit could be seismic when it actually lands
It
at
could
our
be.
doorstep,
Yes, which we're still
waiting for it to land at our doorstep.
Yes. So the kit we're talking about is obviously the Armour Hobbies much anticipated 148 scale Hurricane, which we've been waiting now for how
I
long?
don't know, 18 months,
18 months, yeah, maybe.
perhaps. I don't know, to be honest.
Well, the thing is, when they released the 72nd one, which to be honest, amazing kit, probably one of the finest 72nd scale kits I've ever seen, definitely built. At the time, there was a rumour going around, wasn't it, that there was going to be a 48 scale one, which to be honest, I did take with quite a large pinch of salt. And then I heard something a little bit more firmer. Then we got a bit of information coming through saying they're doing one. And at that point, we all got really, really excited. So we've been waiting for 18 months for the Legendary. In the meantime, Hobby Boss have released one, which wasn't too bad at all. It's quite a nice kit and all the rest of it. And we know there's other versions of that one coming down the line. But I think this kit should be something a little bit special. Say, Armour Hobbies do seem to have the finger on the old pulse. Came out of nowhere, really, really good manufacturing, really great tooling, and the kit is a delight to build. So if that follows through into the 48 scale stuff, think what the 32nd one will be.
Yeah, God, James, I don't think they'll be that big. I tell you what, though, they have got, like how good the 72nd one is. Big shoes to fill in it.
I know, we're back to that thing where we won't talk about other companies, but certain other company is filling shoes of another company, and look what happened there a little bit. So again, it is you when you've done that thing, you're like number one, you're at the top.
Well, they've set a high bar for themselves.
Retire at that point. They peaked too early. They should have just come along.
Maybe that's why it's taken a while for it to come out. So they've been perfecting it, and
well, let's hope so. Yeah, definitely. One of the big things that I've said is that many manufacturers out there make amazing kits. They're really, really nice, but it feels like they're rushed out the door. You think, well, why wasn't that spotted during test builds and various things and then addressed? And I get the point where it costs a fortune to redo things, but in some days, I think it would have been just nice, just little things as well, like instructions and stuff like that. Just hold it back, even if you hold it back 6 months. Just get it all sorted, make it perfect, and then get it out and do it properly.
But that was my beef last week about instructions. When we talked about instructions, how some companies, obviously, they go for test builds. Why aren't the instructions? The instructions don't cost a fortune to redo, do they?
No, definitely not.
Before they go to final print. So it just makes you wonder why those sort of things aren't sorted out properly.
And to be honest, having, as you say, we had a problem with a kit, I don't know what it was, 6 months ago now, and I was slightly involved with it. It amazes me how quickly that got fixed.
Yeah.
I was privy to a bit of testings from it, and there was a fault. Not massive, but it was a fault, and they completely redid it in a week. So it can be done, and sorted out and got out there. So I must admit, these companies who literally sort of ignore the problem and just chuck it out anyway, even if you've got to put a correction sheet in it, it helps, but as I say, it can be. But anyway, fingers crossed for that one. We are literally waiting for them to come through the door. So as soon as they are through the door, Matt can bang this one down to me. I'll have a bit of a look-see, we'll do a review of it. And at some point, I probably will bung it together as well, just because I am, like you guys, probably really interesting to know what it's like. I've seen the CAD work, I've seen test shots of it. I just can't wait to properly see it. And that way, again, I've got the stable here. I've got the Airfix one. We've got, obviously, the Hobby Boss one. And now we're actually going to have their one as well, the Armour Hobby one. So it will be nice to see how they've grown up. And the detail go...
Yeah, we're building it on our live streams.
It will probably might be a live stream build, actually. Okay, we're on another Hurricane. I'll be known as the man who only builds Hurricanes.
You will be, yeah. It'll be interesting, though. It'll be interesting kit when we get it. So, yeah, like I said, we're just waiting for ours. So that's hopefully going to be imminent. And the other thing that, as well, has finally landed in this country is the big A-20 Havoc from HK, which, again...
Another beautiful kit.
Fab.
Yeah.
Seen some being built over on large scale planes, and it does look a nice kit. So yeah, we've got them coming as well. So that's another pre-order to be fulfilled. And that's about it, really.
Yeah.
That's it for this week. Bye.
That's it. I know.
I know it is a bit, but at least we have got 2 really nice kits coming down the line. Because say that Havoc looks really, really tasty. So we've got one of the members on the site as well, and he's building one, and it looks very, very nice. And say the guys who've got them and putting them together, it does look like a really nice step up, from HK. Because say I'm a big fanboy of HK. You probably know I've built a lot of their stuff, and it is that thing where if only it just had that little bit more detail, this kit has got it in spades. So again, and it looks like it goes together really nicely, and it's a cool aircraft as well. I know me and Matt are fanboys of medium bombers, shall we say?
US medium bombers.
US medium bombers, we like them, but I must admit, it does look really, really nice. Are you going to build it, Matt? You were very, very tempted.
I am really, I am really tempted. Obviously, you're going to get mine as a review.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'll pick it back up. So hopefully in between the next few weeks, we'll get it, and then I can send it to you. And then when I see you, I can pick it back up,
bring it back,
and clear the decks a bit, because I've got some other bits I want to get done. But I am really, really tempted to have a go at it. It's kind of a toss up between that and the Hobby Boss A26 Invader at the minute for the big twin engine 30-second. Now I'm back in this studio. I've got the room, do you see?
Yeah, you got a bit of space
to manhandle them around. So. But that's the HK, because I'm a bit like you. I'm not one of them that's a kit jumps and I want to jump on it straight away like everybody else does. But I think wait for a bit of. There's going to be obviously an aftermarket sort of cockpit set for it, isn't it? But I don't know what the cockpit set's like in the kit, because it's one of them you automatically go buy stuff and actually the kit's more than adequate. But the thing is with an Havoc, you see, the top flip so you can actually see in it.
Properly see inside it,
You can see in it. So it's probably worth putting the effort into there, because like I say, you can where half the time you put stuff in, don't you, and it's just buried. It's never to be seen again, or very rarely, even on bigger kits. So it'll be interesting. So you'll be getting a review of that.
Very nice. Looking forward to those.
And then Mr. Buller also got one, and he wants one.
Yeah.
But what I like about him as well is, especially that one, you're going to get some cool decals for nose arts.
Yes.
They'll have some really nice, and hopefully they're going to bring another version out like the one we had, the earlier ones.
Yes. Yeah.
I think the back turret thing's gone into it in this kind of a cover where the machine gun is, and then obviously you got the glass nose instead of a solid nose for the bomber, I presume, bomb aimer or whatever it was there.
Are you going to do that famous photo, which if I find it, I'll show it here?
Right.
The guy mooning.
Yes.
I've not seen it.
Have you not seen it? He's in the Bombardier's place in it, and he's mooning obviously to the rear gunner, the one in front, and he's taking a photo of it. It's quite a famous photo.
Yeah.
So.
But like I say, an interesting aircraft. I think it's kind of been overlooked, really.
Yes.
I think the 48th one, we're desperate for a new 48th one. It's just the old AMT one and the really old Esky one. Did Esky do? Somebody else did one, and it weren't very good either. Do you know something? I'm really surprised Monogram never did one of them.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it would have been right in their street, wouldn't it?
It would, with everything else. They did everything else, didn't they? But they never tackled that, which is really odd if you think about it. But anyway, so, probably ICM, and it's ICM territory now. They're US medium bombers.
Yes.
If anybody will do one, it'll be them, I reckon. So,
you did really well for building an aircraft, considering 12 months ago you were never.
You're never going to do one ever again. That's what you said. We all remember that. We were all here.
But I've now gone big.
That's it.
Biggest parts on this, obviously, which is a stream build. But I've got a thing on the go in the back. Look, some armour still.
Definitely.
Looking a base, so it's not all doom and gloom. It depends what inspires you, doesn't it, at the time?
Yeah. I was going to say that is the thing.
I'll be like, I'm never building an airplane again. I'm back onto, I don't know, cars or something.
Yes. No. You'll be off to helicopters again doing your Freylon by then.
Hey, could be, could be. Now things are in motion.
Yes, definitely.
It's going to be the Puma, mate, first.
Yeah, that'd be a nice build. Classic builds.
Yeah. So,
classic Matchbox. I might join you. Got a certain kit coming down the line.
You could build one with a Puma.
I could build the Puma, yes.
Yeah, and not put it.
We do have a buddy build with the Pumas.
Hey, and not putting in the window of your mother's car so it melts into.
That's it. Me rotors go just melt down, saggy rotors.
We'd revisit it with some upgraded bits, hopefully.
Hopefully.
That'd be mega. That'd be good. So yeah, where are we? What we're talking about?
The kits that inspired us. But anyway, some really nice stuff coming in the next couple of weeks. And say, as soon as we got them, Matt will get them down to me. I'll do a review of them. We can have a proper nice look at it. And again, then hopefully, I can see both of those being built. And then Andy will want one anyway for, he'll have to have a Havoc because everyone else is built.
He'll have a Hurricane, won't you? An arm Hurricane.
Hurricane,
yeah, that's it. So there you go. Me and Andy will do the Hurricanes, and you and John then can do Havocs.
So I'll be doing the Havoc then.
So yes, you can do it along with Captain Sloan, with John doing it.
It'd be nice though when he's finished.
Yes, it will be very nice, very spot on. Also, say the weathering you can do with the references we were looking at the other week. You can do some cool weathering on them. You know, who knew they used to go through ploughed fields? Apparently, got photos to prove it.
Yeah.
So the joy of England.
All weathered with Flory Wash.
Summer 1944.
Yeah. Oh, it is, isn't it? So. Yes, so that's it. And then obviously we've still got our specials running, which we did show yesterday, but obviously we get a new audience for today.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And these are keep being swapped out, like we say, every few days. So limited time only. As you can see, there's some Hobby 2000 appeared and the Edard MiG-21 SMT.
Very nice, got the big back.
So they're back as well. So once
and obviously the classic Hella.
The LA Wax.
So the only other company who did it, was it AMT did one as well?
I don't know, to be honest. Because is that based on the 707?
Yeah, it's the 707. And obviously this has got the smaller mouths on it now. I think the NATO ones have the big ones on it and all the rest of it. But
because that is all recessed panel lines, if I remember, isn't it?
Is it? I must admit, I don't know that kit at all.
I've got a feeling it's recessed panel lines. I don't think it's raised.
Nice.
Pretty basic, but it's a lump.
Oh, it's going to be a lump. 72nd scale.
It'll look good with your thing behind you that you built, the VC10.
The VC10. We could have both of them. Yeah. Definitely.
There you go.
Crikey, you will need a lot of room. That VC10 is huge. Yeah. You know, I was going to say, it's actually probably got the same. I was going to say, I look at the B52. There's not a lot in it between the B52 and that one. So,
you know, the old 707 is not a shrinking violet, is it?
No, definitely not. So, big old lump, that one. So, if you want something a little bit different, because we haven't seen one for a long time. Didn't Airfix do one, thinking about it, back in the day?
That one.
Was that kit?
Because they did the Sentinel as well.
That was it, yes.
They did the RAF version, didn't they?
They were a fortune at one time, weren't they?
Yeah, I think still are if you can get the RAF version of it, because different engines.
It's got the bigger engines on the RAF one.
Engines, has it?
Yeah.
Instead of, what does that run?
I don't know, the old thin engines, as I call them. That's how I used to tell the difference between the US ones and the NATO ones and the UK-based ones, because obviously they have the big engines on them. So, do we still fly them? AWACS is gone now for us. Do we still got AWACSs in the UK? Have we been replaced by that new one with a big bar across the top? The 737 with a thing on it. So at some point.
For the conversation of UK security, we've got loads flying around. No idea.
It did make me laugh the other day. They were talking about tornado squadrons, and they said at any one time we've got 8 ready. And I thought, 8? We've got 8. Was that 88? 108? 8? Jesus.
Scramble your 8.
Yeah.
It's not even a squadron, is it?
I was going to say, it's a bit when they did the ER flying over. That was the lot.
So, but yeah, that's that. I'll say, I'll go back to conversation again. I had the Hella, AWAC.
Yes.
So, what else was up there? I can't remember what we put up there. What else we put up? So the Chinook was another one that got put up, and
the off price.
Yes.
And the A-20, which is a nice kit. The
Counter Invader.
ICM one, the Invader.
Very, very nice indeed.
Yeah, and you can figure one of them for the 50s.
You could, yeah, absolutely.
They were used from late 40s to 50s, weren't they? Into the even 60s, weren't they? As a counter invader.
Absolutely, yeah, I think so.
And then
yeah.
to fire bombers and stuff. So
Still going today.
Today, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah, probably.
Obviously, like the main chieftain, the big F-18, and loads of stuff in there to go at anyway. So, like I say, get them quick because they're going to be changed out by the weekend again for Friday probably.
Yeah, so we change them every Friday now. So if you want to see them, grab them now.
Unless something sells out and we swap it in between, because once it starts, someone will take its place and then that will run. So it's just fluid how we're doing it.
Yeah.
So, some good bargains in there.
Very, very nice.
Definitely. Ask me why there's a gap at the bottom. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to fill that gap with one just for my OCD.
Oh, that's why we've been keeping them. I don't got a clue why there's one missing.
Probably sold out and got deleted, didn't it?
Yeah,
maybe. Possibly. Yeah, definitely. But no, some really nice stuff down in there. As I say, some nice bargains as well. So if you want to grab anything from there.
If you're buying the P40s, you could weather along with me with mine.
Yes, absolutely. Some nice stuff down in there as well. And obviously we've got damage box section. We haven't got anything new in there at the moment.
No,
so if you want to grab yourself, got my review samples in here. So you've got the Qatari Spitfire. If you want to get that bit of a discount because it's the one that I did the review on, that's down in there. And obviously we've got the Sky Crane, the Lightning, and a few other bits and pieces with damage boxes. So if you want to grab any of those ones, you can do it as well. Some nice discounts available on all of those.
Yep.
And book section, because we haven't been in here for a while. We've obviously got the MiG-25, 31, wrong one. Ooh, get slaughtered for saying that.
You be careful.
Yeah, you do have to be careful. Again, love their books. Really, really nice reference photos and all the rest of it. If you're building one, you need one. It's as simple as that. And again, they make great for a collection as well. So, but as you say, if you fancy any of those ones, let us know. We can get anything down in there. As I say, grab them in there. And we've got the Frequently Asked Questions book, which I know it's 50 quid, but trust me, it's worth every penny. Because, to be honest, mine's out of reach. It's over there. It's that thick. It's boom.
We've also got a FAQ dioramas I need to get in as well. So,
right, yeah.
Section.
We'll get those in as well. But as you say, if you want to know techniques, start to finish, each technique separately, they are great books for that because it shows it pretty much idiot-proof.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it is.
It is. They're really, really good.
It is. It's really, they're really good reference books for just flicking back to them, for techniques and stuff. Very good.
Very, very nice indeed. Cool. Right. Anything else we need to look at? Any other restocks or anything else?
We've got some tools that's just come in, but they're not on the site yet. Some Tamiya tools. So the little bending pliers will be back in stock. I think they've been out. Some drill bits as well. Some basic drill bits, which are really quite nice.
Yeah.
We've also got paint mixers back in from Trumpeter.
Very
tools
nice.
And usual stuff.
Yeah, all the usual suspects. So if you want to grab any tools,
so the little bending pliers will be back. I think one of the files is back in as well. That's just come in. Yeah, just a bit of a restock of stuff.
Very nice, good stuff. Cool, very good. Right, should we go over to pre-orders?
Pre-orders, yeah.
Pre-orders. Okay, in one, because we spoke about this the other day. It's a question, so we might as well mention it. We've got the pre-order up at the moment. This is for the 72nd scale Lightning. But it's a little bit of a family of them. So we've got down in here, we've got the F2, we've got the F3, and obviously we've got the T as well, which is the 2-seat in 72nd. So somebody was asking us the other day, one of the questions about 2-seat Lightnings. There you go. Because they also do it in 48 scale, but we haven't seen that for a long time now, have we?
Yeah, they did the 2 seats, didn't they? The T4 and T5. I reckon we might see them again. Again, we've saw, because they're limited run things, I think they have to refurb the moulds after a certain a run, and then we'll get them again. So that's why I think their catalogue's never massive, and you get reissues a lot, but probably that's the reason they just sort of.
So really hoping they do the 2-seater, because I must admit I might get the T5. Yeah, must admit, we were talking Lightnings all the other day, and it's that thing. I've never done a 2-seater, so I might have a bit of a.
Because you can't get a conversion for your big one?
Yeah, I can't get a conversion for the big one. There used to be a conversion. I can't remember who did it now.
Hey, you got a man who can sort that for you.
We'll see where his limitation goes at some point. So, but yeah, it's either that or I say I've got the Airfix, both of them up there as well. So I could cut the front off of that and graft it onto the front of the Airfix kit. Yeah. But it's an expensive way of doing it.
Yeah, you might as well just build that one.
Yeah, so I'll probably just build that.
In fact, somebody was talking about the Lightning Sig. It's actually you take some parts off the Airfix one for one of them, I think it's the nozzles.
Yeah.
And something else. Because I don't think the nozzles are deep enough on one of them.
Right.
If I remember. No, I don't. I think you must be some expert to really know. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it looks like I've seen them built up at shows, and
I've seen them as well. They look cool. Yeah, they look good in 72nd and the 48th ones, the silver ones. Very, very nice indeed. So we've got that one. Obviously, we've got the latest news coming is the Meng Apache.
Yep.
Again, really, really nice kit. Again, I think it's going to be one of these ones. You're always going to get the people say which is better. You know, I don't know. It's going to be. I think it's going to be pays your money and takes your choice. But they both look absolutely stunning. I love this one in here where you've obviously got the guns in the racks next to them as well. So that looks really, really nice in there. So again, obviously I've got the other one here. I've got the H64E, the Taken one. So it will be interesting to do a little bit of a look at both of them. But technically, this is the D. It's a slightly different bird, but it does look really nice.
Do you get as much engine detail on the other one than that?
I don't know. As you say, you do get. I think you probably get all of that as well. It's just that when you look at it in CAD, it always looks a bit more sharper and nicer, doesn't it? Then you look at the plastic, and it never seems to translate as well. So, but again, they both look absolutely fantastic. It's obviously, this is just the earlier Apache. We've actually got the head down for the TDAC on the front, instead of obviously having it how the
so what's that
one is done.
Sorry, what's that? A D?
This is a D, yeah.
And what we had from Taken, an E?
Well, we had Ds and Es, yes. But the Taken one, if I remember rightly, the TDAC at the front, they don't do it with the heads down. Well, the one for the front guy in the front, they just have it as the TDAC, which is the later Ds had that and the E has it as well. So they just have a screen when they're doing the bit for the gunner in the front. So again, slightly different on there.
So technically that is a different version of Apache to the Taken one?
From the D, yes, it is. Well, only that bit. So, but again, I'm not a full Apache type guy. I just know the TDAC's in the front. So again, I don't know quite what any differences are and then all the other little bits in there. It looks like, and I could be wrong as well, but you've got the shrouds around the instrument panels. It looks like though they're separate, which would be nice because you can pull them out. So, because obviously one of the biggest problems in there is the crew seeing the displays. So they have the shroud so you can pull it out to be able to see. So I don't know. It just looks like there's a little bit more inside it. Again, it may be because I'm just looking at it in CAD. The real parts may be slightly, not as sharp, shall we say, but we will see. Looking forward to it. Looks very, very nice though. Surface detail all looks nice. Generally, it's got the rotor fold, which I think they got there first.
Yeah.
So, but again, I imagine we will see then the E come out as well, and the export versions. They'll do the lot as well. So, very nice.
Yeah, no, cool bit of kit in it, really.
It is cool bit of kit. Again, we're looking at this one. Yeah, I'm going to say last week in October, isn't it? So I reckon it's going to be November. We'll see it.
Probably, yeah.
So got a bit of time yet, but again, like buses, they're all coming at once now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Taken seem to have calmed down, releasing every version they could just to get it out first. Just saying. Here's the D, here's the E, here's the export versions, the British version. Anybody who's ever flown one ever, we've done a version of it, so now nobody has to buy the Meng one. That's what they've done.
Why not?
Well, this is it. That's what HK Model should have done when Tamiya came along, sort of consumping them a bit. Quick, get all the different versions out.
First.
But anyway, that one's coming down the line. And again, the rest of it's pretty much thing. Oh, the other one as well, because we speak about the kit with great fondness. Is the Airfix Sea Furies back out or coming back out?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And
we haven't seen it.
That was.
Well, it was. Yeah. Hopefully, it won't have the same problems mine had.
Oh well, that was just you. You're just.
I think that was old Airfix. I haven't built an Airfix kit for a while, but it just seemed to be. And don't forget, we don't get sent kits from Airfix. This is our own stock that we buy and review. And I had we did a bit of a joint thing for a few years ago now, where we all built the same model, wasn't it? So we all did the Phantom. One of my horizontal tailplanes mismold. I had half, so I ended up plasticarding and redoing it myself and doing it in. Then this kit turned up, and I had half a fuselage.
Yeah.
it was completely the front end where the cowling was and all the rest of it. It was all just not there. It was just all limited. It was a short shot, basically.
Did you have a short shot on your Buccaneer?
I don't think the Buccaneer did. I was all right with that. I remember the Nat. The Nat, I had no tail. I had a short shot on the Nat. I had no tail on it.
You had problems with your Typhoon, didn't you?
Yeah, probably with the Typhoon as well, because that had a short shot in there somewhere in the canopy.
And bad clear parts.
And bad clear parts. So they sent me a load of new stuff for that, admittedly, because they heard us talking about it. It was like, here's the 7 new canopies for it. Find one. So yeah, I wasn't having a lot of luck, but touch wood, or whatever this is, fiberboard. I haven't had a problem for a couple of years now. But I built the Vulcan, and that was fine.
Yeah, bit of quality.
Quality controls come back a bit, I think.
Yeah, I think it was lacking a little bit.
It was funny because we're all sat there one evening on a Thursday night and everyone gets their kits out. And I get mine out and it's half of it's missing. I've got 2 fuselages like this and one of them's literally half a fuselage. Like, oh, thanks. But I have to say, I sent a message out the next morning to Airfix. Within that week, I'd had a replacement one back in and they sent me a new fuselage half for it. And I didn't put it's me and all the rest of it. I just did the usual fill out the form job online and did it. And they were great at getting the spare part out same week. So I can't fault them for it. Customer service is great.
So that's a new release and it's also got new decal options. So
very nicely.
I have actually fond memories of that build. I think
it
was all right, to be honest, when we did them. You know, we all did different schemes and stuff.
Because I did the Colombian one just to be awkward. Mine was green.
I thought yours was Cuban.
Was it Cuban? Yes, no,
Cuban.
sorry. It was Cuban I did, yes.
I did the Dutch one.
Yeah.
Did somebody do the Australian one? Was it an Australian one?
I did the British one, but
yeah.
I think they're still at the shop, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all just still in the cabinet. Yeah,
they're in the cabinet. Oh,
we'll have to dig them out for a show. Dust them off and show. But it is a really, really nice kit. So well worth having. I won't bother upgrading the cockpit apart from some seat belts because you can't see nothing.
There's nothing
it's just a pointless exercise doing that.
And as for the wheel well colour, knock yourself out.
Yeah. We don't care.
We don't care. Yeah, do what you like. The other thing as well, just down in here, obviously we've got the Magic Factory stuff, which I've done a review of this one, pre-order for the Iron Dome system, which is a great one. There is a view up for that one. I'm really looking forward to see the dual combo set.
Yes.
So again, it's 53 quid or 54 quid. Sounds a lot, but you get 2. So it's full 2 kits in there. So you say when you do your bang for buck, it's just 26 quid a kit. So really nice deal. And to be honest, again, looks really, really nice as well. Looking forward to seeing that one. If it's anything like their Iron Dome, it'd be lovely. So yes, I think that's about it, isn't it? Anything else?
Yeah. Yep. So we've got all the Air kits, the F1 for the Wildcat or Wildercat, and the Mustang P51.
Yes. Yeah.
And all of those should be dropping fairly soon, this next month or so. So yeah, expect them to be in soon as well.
Very nice. So yes. So as you say, we're expecting some stuff to come in sort of this week and next week as well. So we're having a bit of clear out in that section. So if you want to get your pre-orders, make sure you get them in ASAP. As I say, as soon as we've got a wind of they're here, then we'll close it. So, and then obviously we'll get them out to you. Cool. Yeah. Really good. Okay, questions. Paul says, he's purchased some Hataka XP08 satin clear coat from the PM store recently, which he's not used before. Can I use rapid drying thinners? And what would be a good ratio to start at? Yeah, I love their stuff. It's really, really nice. It's very thin on its own. Out of the bottle, it's quite thin stuff. It's not like GX100, where it's like treacle. This stuff is proper thin. So if you're using it on a satin coat, you can use rapid thinners. I do all the time, no problem. And I probably do it 50-50 because it's quite thin. Normally, I would say 70% thinners into anything Attacker, but their clear coats are actually quite thin in the first place. They're not thick. So I would probably go 50-50 for satin. If you're doing gloss coat, I'd probably up that more to 60-70% thinners because it's... The other thing as well with their gloss coats, they're very, very thin. It's not like a thick gloss coat, if that makes sense, and a thick satin coat. They're very, very thin coats, and that's why I like them. And you can get away with that over like metallizer finishes and stuff because it's ultra thin. And I think that's what kills metallizer finishes when it's thick. This is really thin stuff, but I love it. I've got lots of bottles of it up there, thin enough. So they're clear, they're matte's good, and they're satins as well. Use them all the time.
Yeah. And don't be put off by the yellow colour because it's.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Don't forget. I can show you. I've got them all here. They all look like a sample, so don't be put off by the yellow colour. Sometimes they're not. Like this one here, for some reason, instead of glasses, isn't. Which one's that then? Oh, that's the gloss XB9, and mine hasn't yellowed yet, which I'm wondering why, because all the others have a slight yellowy tint to them, and they look like a sample. But yeah, so don't be put off by that at all. It won't leave a yellow coat on your plane or anything else like that. It'll be absolutely fine. Anyway, he says he normally uses the Tamiya LP clear coats or GX100. I thought we'd give attackers a go. To be honest, it's pretty much, say, like a thinner version of the Tamiya LP's clear coats, because they're quite thin as well, to be honest. But yeah, if you're using GX100, you know it's quite thick. I thin that a lot because it seems to keeps giving. It's a really, really good one. I've got some here. And it's a really nice clear coat as well. Okay, John says, hi guys. As Trumpeter re-released the 132nd Lightning kit, do you know if they've corrected the issues with it, such as the incorrect length and the gap in the intake, or the overly pinched fuselage at the exhaust?
Yep.
It's all done, all corrected. Absolutely.
No, it's not. I can guarantee you now they haven't touched it. Again, I don't know, John, you know, you might be new to the hobby, but they never, ever fix problems like that. Once it gets released, that is it. In fact, most companies, I can't think of many companies who have gone, oh, do you know what? If we're going to re-release that, we better retool it. Said no one ever.
ICM's retooled the nose, didn't they? They did the nose of the A-26 because that didn't fit and it was wrong. They retooled that, didn't they? But I agree. No, I don't.
That was it as well. Collect Models as well redid the B-52 because the front of that was wrong. So they on the second release, it was a new tooling of the front end of it.
It's very rare that they do.
Very rare, though.
It's just the standard kit that's been released forever. So if you want an accurate one, you're going to have a lot of work.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I've got it here, and I'm going to build it at some point. And I know it's got shortcomings, that kit. It's early Trumpeter, but it looks like a Lightning, and it's in 32nd. And unless you fancy doing a backform one, which I don't know how accurate that is.
I think that's supposed the Echelon one. I think that's supposed to be very good. But again, it's a back form. You've got a lot of work with that. So whichever way you look at it, you know, the Trumpeter, obviously issues are well known, aren't they? But it is what it is. I think you either live with it or you spend a lot of time and work correcting it.
Just to say though, the decals are perfect. Anyway, we'll leave that there.
Yeah, but are they?
Don't start. I'll get blamed again by the internet.
Please.
Okay, Adam says, following on yesterday's show, Matt referenced the Zvezda models are produced in the 72nd C-130 Spectre gunship, which I feel makes a great modelling subject with plenty of detail. Do you know when this is likely to be released?
I don't. We've just it's just popped up. We've not even got a price yet. So I don't know, to be honest. I would have thought with being Zvezda, it would be before the end of the year.
Yes, they don't.
But I don't know. I'll have to make some inquiries, I think, to see if there is any dates, or we'll have a look on said site that we, distributes Zvezda and see if they've got a date. But I take it with no price. They've only just got the info as well.
Yes.
And then pricing needs sorting. But we'll put it up as a pre-order if anyone's interested in it, because it's a Hercules with guns, isn't it?
Well, what's not to love?
Big guns.
No Hercules is now in the UK. Sad day. Yeah, no, that's very sad. Although I must say, we've been having lots of low flybys by A400s, and they're a lot more cooler. When you get one of them come over here at 500 feet, it's like, you know.
But they can't land on a bit strip.
They can. Yeah, no, they can. They're good. They can go off-roading. But they get dirty too.
Have they got a short take-off and landing?
Yes. It's just superseded, unfortunately. But I don't know, how long was the Herc in service with the RAF for then? Because that's
50s.
I was going to say, it's done. I don't know how it actually entered our service, but the aircraft itself was at their 75th anniversary, didn't it? So
I was going to say, it was a thing in the 50s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Originally, I don't know, like say I bet the RAF got them in the 60s. They must have.
Must have done. Yeah.
Airfix released that one we used to get the Land Rover with it in the Bloodhound. So that's got to be 60s, and it was like the black. Was it black underneath with the two like sand colours?
Yeah. It's the two-tone sandy camo with brown in the sand with the black underside, wasn't it?
It must have been. I don't know. You'll have to have a Google and see. But yeah, I bet we got them in the 60s or whatever, weren't it? So
I have very fond memory being carted around in them. It was
of an Hercules. I bet they're quite uncomfortable, aren't they?
Oh, they're lovely. Comfort, number one. To be honest, I used to sit on the bunk in the cockpit. You got 2 bunks there, so you always put the bottom one down. I'd sit on that stuff. It's the comfiest place and it's the quietest because you don't want to be down the back.
I've never been in one of them.
You never got to go in an Hercules.
You never got to go in a Herc. I like walking along the length of the fuselage when you're inside it. You get a bit of turbulence. You go weightless, doesn't it? Because you're literally like, really heavy. They tend to do that all the time. They're not the most comfiest, but as you say, very fond. Good old fat Albert. Happy retirement, mate. So
deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve it, definitely, after all these years.
I bet it's had a 60-year lifespan, and it 50 years. I don't know.
It'd be
conceived in the 50s and
conceived in the 50s. Yeah, definitely.
Now 2023.
What we're doing with them all? Are they all going back to
all for sale?
US, or are they going?
We're buying one for the shop.
I think so. Yes, mobile shop in a Herc.
It'd make a cool cave.
It would be a cool man cave. You've got plenty of room. Yeah, I think you could do in that.
Get one for them glamping, couldn't you? Could you imagine if you had the space to put for a glamping?
Have a glamping unit.
Take the wings off it, and you've got the fuselage.
Have the fuselage.
How cool would that be? You could have a double decker.
Definitely. Right. Okay. Secondly, what if any future releases later this year are you all looking forward to in terms of subject matter and building? Armour Hobbies Hurricane.
Yeah.
HK Models A-20. Do you know what? We have this thing, didn't we? Like, I can't remember what was announced half the time at the beginning of the year. I have no chuffing idea. I tell you what I'm looking forward to being re-released, and it's the Tamiya US half tracks, which I know is not a new tool, and I know they're old, but they're such a classic. I'm really looking forward to them coming back out, and probably the Troop one. I've been thinking I want to just do the standard personnel carrier one.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to rebuilding that because it's going to be a nice, easy, stress-free, but it's going to look really pretty cool, I think, when they're done.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Airfix Gannet coming out.
Yes, definitely the Gannet.
Do that when it comes out, I think.
Not the 24th Stuka?
No. The re-release of the 24th Stuka. No.
Classic kit. Got to be done.
Classic.
It is. Yeah, I must admit, I think the Gannet.
I'll tell you what.
Really interesting to see it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something we've overlooked. ICM's B26 Marauder. Because that's due out this year, isn't it?
Is that due out this year? Do you reckon we'll see it this year?
Fourth quarter. The first releases. So I think that'll be an interesting thing to have a look at as well. Because say we haven't seen one of them since the old Monogram one, or Esky one, was it after? But yeah, it's been overdue a sort of a new tooled one, has it? So
yeah, and obviously Ravel's doing the Boba Fett's ship.
Oh, the N1.
The N1.
Yeah.
So I must admit, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
I've got loads of them here now, and I haven't built any of them. And it's like I want to do them at some point. Might be winter projects.
The Cadwood that's come out looks really nice, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Not that we'll see here because of the licensing, but the 30-second TIE fighter that I told you about.
Yeah.
Was it AMT's done it?
AMT's doing it, yeah. So you'd have to get one out of the States if you do it that way.
You have to get out of the States, nice. But that's a proper lump. That's a big addition to your Star Wars stuff.
I've got my 3D printed resin one now. Watch the space, kids.
That's about the same scale, isn't it?
I think it is the same scale. I think it's not quite. It's got a really weird scale. We did say what it is, but yeah, it's 136 or something. It's a bit odd, but.
So I wonder if you'll see anything else, like a 1/32 X-wing to go with it, or.
I've got my studio scale one down there to do it one day if I ever get around to it.
156 in it, something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, about 150, some 156 there, something like that.
Big Y-wing or something.
Giant Y-wing. Yeah, see, 3D printing, it's the future.
Can mate, just download the file off.
You do, I know. That's why I'm saying it. If you go to certain sites, you can download and just do it. Yeah, No, that's it.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget, you can catch up with us tomorrow afternoon at 3:00 as well. We'll be with you, so if you want to pop along for that one, that would be absolutely great for our next live show. But say, if you do need anything, pop along to the PM Models store at pmmodelsuk.com. Like we were saying today, it changes all the time. Obviously, we do this show once a week, and I can guarantee either in about 2 hours' time or tomorrow morning, we will get things in, because it always seems to happen this way, or we get some more info. So it just happens. But keep an eye on the site, and obviously you'll see the latest deals, special offers and things like that. And say they'll change on Friday when I do the roundup show with you as well. Cool job. Right, okie dokie then. If we're all done, say goodbye, gentlemen. We're out of here. So happy modding. Take care. We'll see you all very soon. Bye.
Bye.